guys, so it's spring and it's warming up and it's getting me thinking like pedal pushers and cigarette pants and things like that quite a bit, because I personally really like the sort of slim tailored pant style of the 1950s. So I have this really nice cotton twill that I've had for years, and I've been thinking about making it into some pants. And so I'm trying to decide whether I should use this pattern, a reproduction pattern from Vogue. The original was in the 1960s, or this pattern, which is one that I heavily modified from a true vintage pant pattern that I have. This is actually shorts, so it would require some creativity to get the pants all the way down to the calf length that I'm looking for, but I'm thinking that I could probably use this pattern for the leg portion. I'm just trying to figure out which one would fit me best, you know, like from the hips to the waist. I've made a few pairs of shorts with these, or with this pattern, and I've made 2 pairs of shorts and 1 pair of pants with this pattern. So I'm gonna try on my shorts from both patterns and see if I can figure out which ones will make the better pants. While I definitely liked aspects of both patterns, I wound up settling on the 1950s pattern, mostly because, like, while the 60s pattern was comfortable while I was wearing it, I then put on the other shorts and it was like my body could breathe a sigh of relief. So I hadn't noticed the difference in comfort until that moment. I started with the back piece and laid my shorts pattern underneath some tracing paper and traced it out, excluding the hemline. Now that part's done, and I'm going to find this is the back piece. The back piece, oh bummer, was the wrong direction. That's gonna be even harder. This stuff, since it's the same color as my table, it like really blends in and makes it really difficult to trace when I lay it underneath. We'll see, maybe I still can see through it well enough. But first I'm going to fold this back on my crotch line, I think, so that that part at least is a little bit easier to line up with the crotch line on these pants. I really did not know what I was doing as far as adding full-length legs to my shorts pattern, so I was really just hoping that what I did was gonna work. Oopsies, I should probably remove the other pattern from underneath. But I was going to say, I'm ready to cut out this back piece now. I'm going to give it a little bit of leeway on the edges still. Just because you never know. I did end up adding a little bit of length because this pattern looks like it would come like just like, I don't know, an inch or so below the knee, and I think I want mine to come a little bit longer, like sort of mid-calf. I've seen a lot of 1950s pants that are about that length, and that is what I'm hoping for. Okay, so the thing that I really like about the 1960s pant pattern is these little slanted pockets that it's got. I can't remember what that kind of pocket is called, like a slash pocket maybe? I don't know. And so I want to incorporate that onto my new pattern, I think. So that's going to be the next order of the day. So that means I need to cut away an angled piece here on the front, you know, like the front side of my pocket opening. First, before I do that, I should trace my side front piece, which is going to be, it's going to basically look like that. So the side front piece from my Vogue pattern would almost work here, because it's almost the same shape. But I happen to know from experience that pockets of this size, shape, and depth, I guess, that whole combination, are almost useless for keeping anything inside them. Like, you can put a key in there and it will probably stay, but anything larger, like a cell phone, it kind of works its way out as you walk, and if you sit down, it's definitely going to leap out. So I think I've got this done in a fairly satisfactory way. I have my front, and I've cut out the pocket opening there, and so then my pocket piece on the actual pants will go behind my front like this, and then my side front piece will go right there-ish. And then I will have this much pocket space. I don't know if that's going to be great for something like a cell phone, but we'll find out, and I can always make adjustments before I make another pair. I wound up having to get kind of creative with my pattern layout on my fabric, because while I did technically have enough fabric, it was really tight since I couldn't flip any of my pattern pieces to be upside down because my fabric did have a slight nap. And so because of that, I wound up having to really reduce my hem allowance and hope for the best. And after all of that hunching over, I decided it would be probably quite beneficial for my body if I took a walk, and it was a lovely day for it. Well, I am finally ready to sew. Hopefully, I got everything the way that it should be. We'll find out, and I may have to do some tweaking later. It's not a huge deal. So I don't actually know how much time I have left today to be able to sew, unfortunately, but I'm at least gonna get my horrible mess cleaned up and take my pieces upstairs. up having to piece my side front a little bit, so I'm just going to use a navy quilting cotton for the bottom portion and then some of my twill for the top portion, which is, the part that'll stick out. So I think that all sewn together, you won't be able to tell, so that's great. But I think I'm just going to use my serger to attach these together. I gave myself a 1/4 inch seam allowance. So yeah, I'm going to do that before I serge around the edge of my side front piece. After sewing my darts, pockets, and side seams, I was able to insert my zipper. I turned one pant leg inside out and left one pant leg right side out, inserted one into the other right sides together, and stitched my front and back rise seam. So I've got my pants attached to each other, both legs attached to each other, front and back rise, and I just decided to use a basting stitch this time, because I want to try them on and see how they're doing before I commit. After trying the pants on, I did decide to take a little pinch out of the width of the back leg piece, and next time I may even take a smidge more out, but we'll see how this pair of pants wears. I chose to stitch in the ditch to secure my waistband because it still gives a polished, finished look, and I didn't have to hand sew, so there was a bonus. For the last finishing touches, I did hand stitch in place a hook and bar for the waistband, and I hand stitched my hems as well because they were so short.